most effective, vital ways of attracting the attention of our Supreme Lord, attracting the mercy of Supreme Lord is to feel like bereft of. I am so destitute, so deprived of. Prabhu, I am so fallen. I am so poor. Okay? Letting him know through our prayer, our great want, our crying need for His divine grace, His divine mercy to be bestowed on us, because we are so needy. Because, O Lord, O beloved Lord, Divine Master, we are so needy. Needy for what? For their divine grace, for their divine mercy. So, sometimes we can feel very much satisfied with the happiness, joy, and good pride of becoming devotee of Krishna, filled with self-satisfaction, self-conviction, kind of self-fulfillment in a relative way, feeling proud of the fact that we became none other than devotees of Krishna, the Lord, the Supreme Lord, devotee of Srimati Radharani, the Supreme Goddess, the embodiment of all truth, power, beauty, bliss, wisdom, everything which we cherish in our life. Personification of everything we supremely cherish in our life to receive the fulfillment. So, we have got good reason, good ground to feel proud of. Okay? But such pride is not at all contradictory to the Vaishnava humility, Karsna humility or humbleness. They go very well, unified way. Because the fact is that devotees are proud for their Lord and also humble for their Lord. Whether a devotee is so humble, full of humility, or very proud of, both are for the sake of the Lord, for the sake of their Lord, their divine God and Goddess, all in relation to Krishna. Krishna arthe khilo chestitam. Become, make all efforts for the sake of Krishna. You must make all efforts, all wholehearted efforts, okay, in the interest of Krishna, for the happiness of Krishna, to attract the grace of Krishna, mercy of Krishna. When I say Krishna, Radharani also implied, has to be understood. Because in general we call it Krishna consciousness. But if we call Srimati Radha consciousness, great, glorious way of expressing, Krishna will be very pleased. If we call Krishna consciousness as Sri Radha consciousness, or Lord Chaitanya consciousness, But in general we say Krishna consciousness, Krishna Supreme Lord, that's what. Because Krishna and Radharani both are non-different from each other. If we glorify Krishna, Srimati Radharani also glorified. Cannot but be, has to be, by the nature, by the very nature of the relationship. If we glorify, in other words, when you describe, chant the glories of Srimati Radhika, Lord Krishna is automatically glorified. Has to be. In interrelationship. That's why it is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita clearly. Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman, Dui Vastu Bhedo Nahi, Shastra Paraman. Srimati Radharani is known to be, is realized as Purna Shakti. Krishna's potency in full-fledged form. She represents the full-fledged form of potency of Krishna, power of Krishna. And Krishna is the owner of that potency. He is the supreme owner, rightful owner, beloved owner of that his own potency, own infinite potency, pleasure-giving potency. So, they are non-different from each other. Both became distinct from each other in order to taste each other, in order to excellently taste each other. They had to be two individuals. Achinta Bheda Bheda. Simultaneously. Inconceivably, simultaneously, one and distinct by nature of relation. So, Radharani is there in Krishna, Krishna is there in Srimati Radharani, Lord Chaitanya is there, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there in both are there in Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's how we worship. Achinta Bheda Bheda. From just one point, this topic came, so I have to remember that. Back to the point. If we call it Srimati Radha consciousness, Radhini consciousness, Radha consciousness, Lord Krishna will be more pleased. যে যত পতিত হয়, যে যত পতিত হয় তব দয়া তত তাই, তাতে মুই সুপাত্র দয়া. That is one of the vital moods, one of the most sublime moods of the pure devotees, which has so much power in it to attract the attention, gracious attention, merciful attention of their lordships, Radha Krishna, Mahaprabhu. Srila Guru Maharaj explained, don't feel, although Krishna consciousness, practicing Krishna consciousness, being in Krishna consciousness is so satisfying, fulfilling. So sometimes you can feel very satisfied, full happy, very, very happy, satisfied. But be motivated not to feel fully satisfied and very happy all the time. How? Why? Because if you all the time remain so satisfied and happy, okay, fulfilled in the joy of Krishna consciousness, and don't make you empty, okay, don't increase your positive negative functioning, positively negative, functions, then you won't get more. You won't receive more. That's why present yourself before Lord, before the divine God and Goddess, as you don't have anything. In spite of having so much, even if you have so much from them, still you present yourself, okay, actually feel through real feelings, no hypocritical or feelings of acting, not through dramatic feelings, but through realistic feelings. You have almost got nothing. Oh Lord, I am so empty. I am so fallen. Don't think I have really been, because I have been devotee of you, don't think I have been so qualified to be engaged in full swing, loving, devotional service to you. Just in a relative way, I am kind of a devotee, tiny devotee. Please don't think I have become a great devotee so that you will remain very satisfied. I don't need to take care of you because you have already been so great and so satisfied. But then you will not be attentive, you won't remain attentive to me. I don't want that. Rather, I want you to remain attentive to me with your grace and mercy more and more and more. That's why devotees also need to motivate themselves, need to be motivated with so much wantings, more, newer and newer wants, needs, hankering, lauryam. Then what happens? The more one can have that kind of intense want and hankering for the Lord, feeling about himself or herself with all humility, I am so destitute, I am so deprived of Prabhu. Not exactly deprived in a sense, negative sense. I am so destitute, I am so unfulfilled, Lord. So that's why I need your mercy more. Okay, that's why I need you. I need your grace, divine mercy, your merciful attention towards me, Prabhu. In that way, devotees always maintain purposefully, consciously, they maintain their intense hankering, love, to receive more and more and more from the Supreme Beloved Guardian. So both functions we find in the lives of devotees. Feeling fulfilled, very satisfied, fulfilled, at the same time unfulfilled, dissatisfied, in a positive way, dissatisfied. In Rai Ramananda Samvad we see Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavitamati Kriyatam Yadi Kutopi Labhati Tatra Laulamapi Matra Mullamekalam Janma Koti Sritoi Nalabhati. Anywhere, from any position, anywhere, if you find, okay, by anywhere, from any position, by great luck, unbelievable fortune, priceless fortune, anyhow if you find some pure devotional love for Krishna, ecstatic love for Krishna, mellows up, blissful love of Krishna, just buy it. Don't miss that chance. That is the greatest moments It is the greatest moment of all fortune, highest fortune in your life. Don't miss that chance. Try to buy it immediately. And by which price you are going to buy that priceless gift? Laulyam. Tatra laulamapi. Only laulam is the priceless price to buy that priceless gift. Ecstatic love of Krishna. Taste of the ecstatic love of Krishna. Otherwise, so attainment of ecstatic love of Krishna is possible. Only becomes possible by the innermost devotional hankering and by the divine mercy of pure devotees and their lordships. Causeless mercy of pure devotees and their lordships. They are so interrelated. Our own deep hankering, inner hankering for devotional service of their lordships and their merciful nature, benevolently, gracious nature, and giving mercy, they are all interrelated. The true development of life of Krishna consciousness, Radha Krishna consciousness, that of ecstatic love for them, needs all these functionings together. One's own innermost hankering, devotee's mercy, Lord's mercy. Okay. Therefore we find devotees become filled with humility. Find the characters of the great devotees. They express their feelings with so much humility and khedokti. Khedokti means with so much lamentations, hankering. Find in the devotional songs, the songs of Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Narottam Das Thakur, Prema Bhakti Chandrika, songs of the Pasu Ghosh, Govinda Ghosh, Narahari Thakur, Narahari Sarkar, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, songs of Rai Ramananda, Sarupa Goswami, even songs of the Braja Gopis. Everywhere. There's so much, we find so much crying, inner crying, full of inner hankering, unending hankering to be close to the Lord, to be more and more intimate, to be more and more intimately serving the Lord in blissful love. Okay. To be embracing their lordships with unending ecstatic love from everywhere. That's why the manifestations, activities of sambhoga and vipralambha prema go side by side together, like two tracks of twofold Krishna prema going side by side. They don't directly mix with each other, don't directly unify with each other, because apparently they are contradictory to each other. but they fulfill each other, so complementary to each other. After enough of this, after devotees feel, after on the plane of Nitya Siddha, okay, on the plane of perfection, Nitya Siddha plane, in the divine abodes of their lordships, Sriman Mahaprabhu, Radha Govinda Dev, Govinda Gopinath Madanam, we find so much satisfaction, devotees' hearts are fulfilled with super excellent satisfactions. Okay, taste of ecstatic love of Krishna, fulfilled. Not only fulfilled, no end. It is like being fulfilled, unendingly being fulfilled. Okay. In sambhoga, nature of Krishna prema. Sambhoga, nature of Krishna prema means tasting the ecstatic love of Krishna, love service to Krishna and Srimati Radharani in the mood of union. Okay, in the mode of situation of union directly. Okay, sambhoga. Then at some point, all the intimate associates and the devotees, devoted lovers of Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu become so very satisfied, so fulfilled. Automatically some change, dynamic change comes to create some variegatedness in their taste of nectar. Then situation of separation from Krishna, separation from Radha Krishna appears. Vipralambha avastha happens by nature. Vipralambha nature is like hunger, like great hunger increasing. The more hunger increases, the more you eat, you taste, you eat the foodstuffs and you taste each and every bite so delicious. So in order to create that hunger, vipralambha mood is necessary. It automatically comes in the lives of the divine associates of divine couple Mahaprabhu and the pure devotees. In this way, we find two trains, two tracks, how do you call tracks? Two tracks of Krishna Prema, Radha Krishna Prema, going on side by side, interrelated, but they are not exactly the same. Because they have to complement each other. If they become same, then it becomes same. There is no comparison, no comparative taste of ecstatic love of God. So, thus, all the eternal intimate associates of divine couple, Mahaprabhu, pure devotees, remain absorbed in ecstatic love services to them with both trains, both natures of prema, sambhoga and vipralambha. Thirst and the unending satisfaction of the thirst and unending creation of the thirst, both. Therefore, the nature of Radha Krishna Prema is so dynamic. It is everlasting, eternal at the same time, manifests in newest way. ever unchanging and eternal, and maintaining that character is also at the same time manifesting in newest way. Achinta Vedami, unthinkable by human brain, or any brain. Okay. How it happens is inconceivable, but still it happens. Any question from anyone?
Saying that sometimes one feels pure devotion is very satisfied, content, and then somehow, sometimes the feeling of wanting more comes. It sounds like somebody is directing that, or someone is overseeing to create this. Can I say something about that? How it changes, who changes your height? What's the catalyst of the inspiration?
One's own constitutional nature, intrinsic, in other words, one's own intrinsic taste from the core of heart or soul, and also function of the divine will. Both are the cause, both are responsible for that change. Okay, I repeat, one's own intrinsic taste, which is like intrinsic, which is already present there on the level of divine self, whether in manifest way or potential form, as in the form of possibility or prospect or potential, and the playful sweet will of the Lord behind. How the playful sweet, how the will of the playful Lord, sweet will of the playful Lord wants to connect to that devotional, particular heart, devotee, to bring a change. So happens by the unification of both, combination of both. What percentage of the play of one's own individual taste, individual intrinsic taste, and what percentage of Lord's sweet will playing behind cannot be easily detected. Yes, they are also dynamics. There cannot be any fixed definition of the quantity and quality of how they will manifest. It becomes spontaneous, natural way. Okay. Change, principles of ever dynamic changes in the lap of unchangeability. Principles of unchangeability found to be discovered in the lap of ever dynamic, changing ways. Both are unified. And that's unthinkable. But still it's reality. Absolute reality, no relative reality. Relative realities can be conceived to a great extent. But when reality is the absolute one, absolute whole, with unending character, infinite, with the infinite nature, Okay? The nature of infinite characteristics and qualities and everything. So then, it has to be unthinkable. It has to be inconceivable. So when Lord Chaitanya, when Sriman Mahaprabhu mentioned about this principle of Achinta Bheda Bhedam, is actually applied towards the absolute good, to the supreme absolute truth, absolute reality, the beautiful, the blissful, the powerful, everything. Again, because that's the character. That's the character of the natural character of the supreme, absolute infinite. That in all its directions of conceptions, existence, manifestations, it is simply infinite, with innumerable multifarious manifestations. Therefore, cannot be fully conceived. Something fully conceived means it's getting limited. It's no more infinite. It always stays beyond our great conceptions, all power of conceptions, ability of conceptions. Any other query from any context of Krishna consciousness?
Maharaj, Sridhar Maharaj used to say Satyam Sivam Sundaram. Can you elaborate on that?
World of nectar. Just to even think about it, even to receive a glimpse about that world of treasure, Satyam Sivam Sundaram. It's so nectarine. It's vast, The scope of its explanation and analysis is very vast. I'm thinking, trying to figure out some ways how to present the explanation in a more brief and substantial way. Whole night will pass if I continue speaking on this topic, okay, in an analytical way. Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari. Satyam. First of all, Guru Maharaj explained the character of truth. What is truth? How is that truth? What is and are the infinite characteristics of the truth? So first of all, he explained that Satyam means absolute truth. In other words, truth, the absolute. And then he explained the truth, the final truth, perfect truth, the absolute, means it has to be Shivam, means the source of all auspiciousness, origin of all benedictions and auspiciousness, wellness, Shivam. And anything which is completely truth, which is, see, these are lingual limitations. It's not anything, but somehow I have to express. Okay, I'm talking about the absolute. Here, whether Satyam or Shivam or Sundaram, all are absolutes. There's different, they are explained, they are just expressed with different characteristics, but the same reality. whom Guru Maharaj called reality the beautiful. Krishna, the reality which is named as Krishna, the supreme reality, the beautiful. Some other places Guru Maharaj also expressed reality, not only the beautiful, powerful and blissful, origin of all ecstatic love. Reality, the why? Reality the beautiful. Why? Because that is the reality, the blissful, full of ecstatic love, love divine, in relation to himself or herself, and in relation to all his beloved associates. The concept of the beauty or blissfulness and power of the supreme reality is to be understood in the context, in relationship, interrelationship of all. Reality himself, herself, and all his or her associates, paraphernalia, associates. They are none other than like his extension. Associates mean extensions, like extended cells. So, Srila Guru Maharaj explained, here Satyam means supreme absolute truth. Supreme absolute truth means supreme absolute good, Shivam. And supreme absolute good means supreme absolute beautiful. Supremely absolutely beautiful. So supreme absolute truth or absolute good means absolute beauty of life. The realization of truthful, blissful, and beautiful truth. So I repeat, realization of truthful, beautiful and blissful reality. Satyam Sivam Sundaram. Three main characters or three main characteristics of the supreme absolute truth, good or beautiful reality. In other words, the same supreme truth is entitled, is called in these three ways: Satyam, Sivam, Sundaram. So because perfect absolute truth means perfectly absolute good. Okay, means perfectly, absolutely blissful, beautiful. In the ways of the explanation of Saraswati Thakur, perfect absolute truth is equal to perfect absolute good, is equal to perfectly, absolutely blissful and beautiful. And that is found only in Krishna. Krishna conception of Godhead. Satchit Anandam, Satyam Sivam Sundaram, Akhila Rasamritamurti. All these are only present in Krishna conception of Godhead. 64 qualities. 64 means just somehow or other Krishna's qualities have been brought into some digits and numbers. Can it be just 64? Innumerable. But like, sometimes devotees lovingly want to describe the Supreme Infinite in a finite way. Beloved, lovely finite way. Otherwise devotees say, "Oh Supreme Lord, if you all the time, you just continue to manifest, continue to be as only infinite and infinite and infinite, unlimited, what will happen to us? How we the limited personality is going to relate with you, relate to you? Please, mercifully, you manifest, appear before us in a sweet, loving, finite way, as understandable to us, as, perceivable, understandable, conceivable by us. That is your mercy. That will be the unending glory of your unending mercy on us, if you appear before us in that way. But don't worry, still you will remain infinite. Nothing of you will be less. Even if you mercifully appear before us in a finite way, so that approachable, so that understandable, in a way understandable, conceivable, embraceable by us, still you will remain in our life as a supreme, infinite, absolute, beloved. This is the character. Infinite can make himself known to finite. That's why also he is infinite. That's how Srila Guru Maharaj replied to that South Indian scholar. Once upon a time, and once during the lifetime of Srila Saraswati Goswami Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj happened to be, Srila Guru Maharaj and accompanied by a few other loving God brothers, dear God brothers, went to South India in a preaching program on a Harikatha too. And one of the local scholars, one of the famously known local scholars, just came to visit the great sadhus from Gauriya Math. And he heard, Gauriya Math also has great scholars. This Gauriya Math society contains some great scholars. Then, so first of all, he visited one devotee there, but he offered some question and he was not very satisfied by the answer. And the devotee could not also tackle that scholar in a proper way, handle that scholar in a proper way. He was presenting a sophisticated philosophical question and all these, and the devotee immediately introduced that scholar to Guru Maharaj. He is the fittest person for you. Okay. Just approach him. Then the scholar came to Srila Guru Maharaj. And his first question was, that was his first and last question. That question was, if finite can know infinite, it is no infinite. He just presented his question in the form of kind of comment. Swamiji, if finite can know infinite, he is no infinite. It is no infinite. And so Guru Maharaj looked at him. Looking into his eyes, He replied, if infinite cannot make himself known to finite, then also he is not infinite. And he immediately paid pranam, namaste. He said, Swamiji, you have got realization. That was his remark. You are a realized soul. Without realization, one cannot answer. One cannot instantly answer like this. It means you have realized this truth. So your answer was self-effulgent, self-evident in your realization. That's why you immediately answered me, instantly. That is very true. If infinite has no ability to make himself known to the finite, then also we limit his ability, so he is no infinite. Okay, it is no infinite. So back to the point. Sometimes the great prayers of the great devotees to the Lord is that, please appear, please manifest to us, appear in our life mercifully, in a bit beloved finite form. Okay, instead of all the time staying, okay, supreme, supremely powerful, all-pervading, infinite, okay, almighty, beyond our reach. It's too big for us. We can't relate. Tade jati tannai jati taddure cha tadantiki tadantarasya saradasya tadantarasya saradasya shashabhajata. Oh, I was looking for that verse from Ishopanishad. Hiranmayena patrena sattasya hitam mukham. In one of the verses of Ishopanishad, the devotee speaking to his Lord, addressing his Lord in a very effective way. Prayerful. His ways of approach to the Lord through these hymns, very prayerful, but very effectively filled with loving claim. Loving claim. He's saying, oh Lord, after doing so much tapasya, after doing so much sacrifice, devotional sacrifice, tapasya for you, okay, today I'm having your darshan. Today you have mercifully appeared before my inner eyes, or appeared before my eyes to give darshan. So now I can see you, but your face, your whole figure is filled with dazzling effulgence. Even though I am having darshan of you, but still I cannot be fulfilled. Oh Lord, please withdraw your dazzling effulgence which has covered your form, most beautiful form, and let me see you. Since you have mercifully appeared after, as a result, or because of your causeless mercy, or due to the combination of both, due to the combined effects of both my own sadhana, my own tapasya, long time tapasya and hankering about you, to have darshan of you, okay, with my inner devotion, to the best of the ability of my devotion, and also your causeless mercy. Since you have mercifully appeared before me, let me see you, Lord. Let me see you. Let me have darshan of your beautiful form, transcendental form. But still you are playing with me. I see your face, the divine form, is filled with divine effulgence, dazzling effulgence, so much so my eyes cannot take it. My eyes cannot pierce through it and see your beautiful form. Just withdraw it. Let me see you. Okay. Putting that prayer, loving claim, and then Lord withdrew. Like what happened with Arjuna. At some point, at some stage of Vishwarup Darshan, Arjuna began to pray to Krishna. Krishna, enough of it. Oh Lord, it's more than enough. Okay, previously I am very sorry. I am very, very sorry. I beg your forgiveness that I expressed some doubt in you whether you are the Supreme Lord, all powerful, almighty, Parama Brahma Paramatma, Supreme Lord, because you have always been my sweet friend also in this form. So I am very, very sorry. That is Arjuna's mood. Okay, please forgive me that I had that doubt in my mind and I questioned you accordingly, and so you began to show your universal form. That's why you have showed me your universal form, but now I can't take it anymore. Now it is so enough. It is too much. It is becoming too much for me. I cannot take anymore. Okay, I cannot hold this anymore. Okay, my heart is trembling. My whole constitution is being unable. Okay, I feel so unable, unqualified to take so much. Please withdraw it and come back in the same sweet form of my beloved friend, Krishna. Arjuna had to pray, because while Krishna showed universal form to Arjuna, he playfully made his own original form, like almost not seeable, not beholdable by Arjuna. Okay, not noticeable so much, because the universal form, the grandeur, the effulgence, the effect of the power of the universal form became so much prominent. I think Krishna made it by his will prominent, that Arjuna became overwhelmed. At some point, a great heroic, powerful personality like Arjuna, who few moments back, a while ago, expressing doubt in Krishna's power and almightiness, really he is like that. Now he became just turned opposite. He is now praying to Krishna, please withdraw, please retract, withdraw your form. I cannot take anymore. I am being overwhelmed. I cannot hold anymore. Be merciful. Then Krishna responded to his prayer and again came back in the same sweet, beloved, endeared form of Krishna. Arjuna's beloved friend, in the form of Arjuna's dear, beloved friend, Krishna. Then Arjuna became very much relieved and so happy. Immediately Arjuna thanked. I cannot say thanked, it's too limited expression. Arjuna became so grateful, filled with appreciation, and started adoring. Now he understood the immense value of that form of Krishna, our beloved friend, and his heart became filled with ecstatic appreciation. What sometimes in past he could not feel in that way, understand the invaluable value, invaluable nature of Krishna's sweet, beautiful form. his dear beloved friend. He thought, okay, almightiness, form of almighty, form of Param Brahma manifestation, or manifestation of almightiness is much bigger than this Krishna's friendly form, much bigger and powerful, greater than that. Now he could realize this is the greatest one. Oh, this sweet, beautiful, beloved form of Krishna is so dear to her, beloved to her. Is the greatest, highest manifestation, much more than almightiness. So Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada beautifully explained in one place, the highest concept or manifestation of Krishna's almightiness is there where he is helplessly defeated by the power of devotion before his devotees. I repeat, the highest conception or manifestation of almightiness of Lord Krishna found there where he is becoming helplessly defeated, conquered by the power of love of his own devotees. So beautiful. Because the Supreme Almighty getting defeated by the power, before the power of his own ecstatic love, devotional love means it is his supreme victory. His supreme victory. Victory of his supreme almightiness. Expressed, manifested in very sweet, beloved way. Power of love is always much greater than the power of power. Power of almightiness. So back to the point, Satyam Sivam Sundaram. The character of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Satyam, is very much qualified, is essentially qualified with the characteristics of Shivam, all auspiciousness, all goodness, absolute goodness, and also Sundaram, absolute beauty. Absolute Sundaram is beauty, and that beauty means personification of ecstatic love divine. That's the full-fledged realization of the beauty. Whenever you call something so beautiful, means you love it. You feel so much love for it. That's why you feel its beauty. Something you don't love is never beautiful to you. You will never feel as beautiful. So the definition of the character so the very definition of beauty and the definition of taste of ecstatic love are same, very much unified. It's basically the same feelings and realization expressed in two different ways. As beautiful or as lovely or lovable, loved. Anything which is extremely, supremely beautiful means supremely loved. Okay. So, concept of the beauty and ecstatic love, inseparable from each other, the same truth, expressed in different ways. So, Sundaram, absolute truth, absolute good, has to be absolutely beautiful. Origin of all beauty and that, and that means origin of all ecstatic love. Divine love ecstasy. Gaur Hari. That's how Guru Maharaj explained Satyam Sivam Sundaram. And he also identified in a beautiful way these three phases, aspects of Lord with Sat Chit Anandam. Satyam Sivam Sundaram respectively relates to Sat Chit Anandam. Sat means truth, something eternal. Sat means truth, eternal, self-evident, self-fulfilled truth. Sat. Sat has twofold meanings in Sanskrit, but interconnected. Sat means something eternal, absolutely eternal. Sat means truth. Truth of absolutely eternal character, called Sat. Chit means consciousness, our feelings, function of realizations. Chit. So that relates to character of Shivam. Shivam. Because the nature of our divine consciousness, self-consciousness, divine consciousness, is very auspicious. Okay? Automatically. I repeat. So the nature of our inner consciousness of life, in the plane of soul, is just all auspicious and holy, that of holy character. Auspiciousness means full of benedictions, giving benedictions. Shivam. Sundaram. Lastly, Anandam. Sundaram. Simple. Anandam cannot be none. I mean, Anandam is none other than Sundaram. Cannot be other than Sundaram. Should we stop or continue? This is very good. Devotees are still thinking, should we continue or stop? And we stop it. And some are thinking, okay, it's time to stop. Some may be thinking, maybe continue a little bit more. Gaur Hari Bol. Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga Hari. Extend Mahamantra. Some of you sing Mahamantra.